Hello guys, welcome to the next video tutorial on Java programming for beginners. In the last video, we have seen how we can declare a method in Java and what is a method and why it's used. Now in this video, we will see some more properties we can add to a method. One I'm going to show you is called passing parameters to the method, and other is called the returning values from a method. So this was the simple method I have shown you in the last video. Now it doesn't solve much of the purpose because every time it's not flexible. It's only printing hello YouTube every time. Now to make it more flexible, we can add an argument to this function we have made in the last video. So the declaration remains same. Public static is the access specifier, void is the return value. Void means we are returning no value, and the name of our function is this one. And in these round brackets, we will pass our parameter in just a moment, and in here in these curly braces we write our statement. So for example, we want to greet some persons based upon their names. So we can pass an argument to this function like this. So we will pass the name in the form of string variable. So we just give the data type first, and then we give the value or a variable name which we want to pass. So we can say name. Okay, so this kind of declaration inside your round bracket in the function is called the parameter passing. Okay, and this parameter name, which is a string, you can use inside your function. So if you want to say hello or whatever name is passed to the function, then it will print that name. So whenever we call this function, say hello to the main method, for example, we call the name John, then it will greet hello John. Okay, so I will run the program and it says hello John, and this function can be used to greet more than one function, for example John, Tom, or for example some other name, Mark for example, and it will greet all three names: hello John, hello Tom, and hello Mark. Okay, so this makes our function a little bit flexible in a way that we can use it according to our use. Okay, the other use of this function, we can use it to add, for example, with integer. So here you can pass any number of parameter. It's not necessary that you need to pass only one parameter. You can pass multiple parameters in here as in parameter, right? So how we can do this? We will declare one more function, for example public, this should be public static void because we are not returning anything. And now we will make a function called add, which we want to add two values in using this function. Okay, and in here we can pass multiple values, whatever number of values you want to add. For example, int a comma int b. For example, we want to add these two values and print the result. What we can do is we can just print these values by calling a plus b. So just write a plus b. Okay, and what this will do, whatever you pass as an argument here and here, it will add these two values and print on the terminal, right? So when I run this program, first of all I need to call this add function. I will delete this say hello, from the main, and I will call this add function. And for example, I want to add two integers, and this is 100 and 201, for example, I want to add. And I will run the program and it prints the result, which is 301, using this code. Okay, and now I want to add some more integers. For example, I want to add some values and some other values, and I can do it with the same function. So this makes your job really easy. Using a same function, you can add different values, or you can perform different operations on different values, right? So it makes your code really readable and understandable at the same time. Now you can add more in parameters like int c, and you can add this parameter here, and in here you can add some more integer values like this. Okay, so it depends upon you how many parameters you want to pass to your function, and it will give you the result. Okay, so it's totally dependent upon you. The only thing is you just need to give the data type and the variable which will hold these values. So indirectly, whenever you pass 100 as a first parameter, 100 is equal to 100 becomes a here, and it goes here. Okay, so the value of a becomes 100 and value of b becomes 201 in this here, and value of c becomes 211 here. So they will be replaced and they will be called, and the answer will be printed on the console. Okay, now to make it more flexible, this is called parameter passing, but we can only uh, pass the values, and if we want to access the result using these parameter passing, we cannot access the result. So for example, we want to use this result 512 in our main function to do some other arithmetic operation. How we can use it? Okay, so it's using this function, it's not possible, right? But there is a way to do this, and the way to do this is by returning some value. So we will modify this add function a little. Right now it's returning void. Void means it's not returning anything, but when we want to use it inside our main function, when we want to use the result inside our main function, we can return integer value. Okay, and this return value will tell what kind of value you want to return from your function, and the same you will return from here. So just write return and just write a, it should be a plus b plus c. Okay, and in this way what you are basically doing is you are taking all the values which you pass from or in this function, and you are adding this and you are returning from this function. So let's take an example of this. So let's comment this system out for now, and right now what we are doing is we will just add the values we are passing, these three values, and we will return. And whenever a function return anything, you can store it in other variable but of the same type. So the data type of the returning value and the value in which you want to store the return value should be same. So this is integer and this is integer or int, right? And you can call this add function and paste it here, and what this basically do is this will add 100, or this will replace a as 100, b as 201, c as 211, and it will add these two values and it will return this sum, and you can store this sum in some other variable. Okay, and then you can print this value like this. So you can call sum, and this will give you, or you can access this value inside your main function like this. So this is due to this. And if you want to do some other arithmetic operation on this sum, you can do it. For example, int result sum multiplied by, for example, 15 you want to do. You can do it like this, and this should be equal to, and you can call your sum like this, and you can just run the program, and it will give you the multiplication of whatever sum you will get from the add function, adding these three numbers. And then you can do some arithmetic operations on the sum you get as a result, and you can multiply it by or whatever arithmetic operation you want to do, and you can store this result in another variable and you can use it. So in this way, the function or methods made it really easy to, organize your code and make it really concise, really readable, really understandable, and it also makes your code, prettier. So I hope you have understood the basic concept of passing parameters like these and returning values like these. Okay, in the same way you can make any logic using these functions. For example, multiplication, you can make a function to make multiplication, you can make a function to do divisions, you can add two numbers, you can subtract two numbers, or any complicated arithmetic or logical or anything you want to do, you can do it inside a function, and you can take arguments or parameters here, and you can return the result so that you can use it in your main method. So I hope you have understood the basic concept of taking parameters or passing parameters to a method and returning values from a method. I hope you have understood the concept, and please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.